Welcome, listeners, to our deep dive today. We're looking at something we're calling a quiet revolution. It's happening sort of stealthily, changing how software gets built and deployed right under our noses.
So right, we're talking about WebAssembly, or Wasm for short.
Exactly. It started, pretty humbly just inside web browsers. But now, here in 2025, it's powering these ultra-fast, really portable and secure applications way beyond the browser, often even outperforming traditional containers.
And it's fascinating how this quiet shift started as just a browser optimization, but now it's really poised to redefine, well, the foundations of modern computing infrastructure. We're going to unpack exactly what that means for you.
Okay, so let's kick things off with the sheer scale of the impact, because the numbers here, they're genuinely eye-opening, aren't they? We're talking startup times that are like 10 to 100 times faster than your typical container.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
And the binary sizes. So compact, they make standard Docker images look, well, kind of bloated. Plus, it just laughs in the face of architecture differences, and it supports almost any language you can think of. Rust, Python, Go, C++, even Kotlin now, too.
Yeah, the language support has really broadened, but beyond those, incredible performance numbers, what's truly transformative for me is the security aspect.
Tell us about that.
Well, Wasm gives you this really fine-grained sandboxing, robust isolation. Like giving a piece of code its own tiny, impenetrable safe deposit box. It can only access exactly what it's explicitly allowed to, nothing more, even if it, tries to be malicious or break out.
Right, that capability-based security.
Exactly. And this level of inherent security is why we're seeing major players, even Docker, the companies synonymous with containers, they're now fully embracing Wasm runtimes like Wasmtime and Wasmer.
That's pretty telling.
It is. Their support isn't just like an add-on feature. It feels like a strategic recognition that for certain demanding workloads, Wasm's lighter footprint and that enhanced security, well, they're becoming essential.
So it's not just a side thing anymore.
No, not at all. You've got companies like Fermyon with their spin platform for serverless functions or Cosmonic's Wasm cloud for distributed systems. They're actually building their entire stack on Wasm. It shows it's not just complementing containers in some cases. It's often replacing them.
That is a huge strategic pivot, especially for Docker. It definitely signals a fundamental shift. And, for me, this next application space is where Wasm truly shines and really shows its revolutionary potential.
Which is?
Edge computing, the demands out there at the edge. You need that instant responsiveness, tiny footprints, zero tolerance for bulk. Wasm just seems perfectly suited, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Perfect fit. Think about IoT devices needing to react in milliseconds, or critical industrial automation systems where, even microseconds of lag can mean a significant failure.
High stakes.
Very high stakes. Wasm delivers that speed and efficiency. We see it in real-time retail applications, gaming platforms. Even edge AI inference is seeing a bit of a renaissance using tools like Wasmtime, paired with things like TensorFlow Lite.
Okay, so it's enabling things that were maybe harder before.
Definitely. And it's not just about the runtime performance either. The developer experience, it's also matured incredibly.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, production-grade runtimes like Wasmtime, Wasmer, Wasero, they're robust enough now for serious enterprise use. And crucially, there are new tools like the component model and WIT, that's WebAssembly Interface Types. They're standardizing how different bits of Wasm code, even if they're written in completely different programming languages, can talk to each other seamlessly.
Okay, solving that cross-language communication headache.
Exactly. It's a huge deal for developers building complex, polyglot systems.
Okay, it sounds almost too good to be true sometimes, doesn't it? But like with any emerging tech, there have got to be some frontiers still, some challenges.
Oh, for sure. Nothing's perfect yet.
And for Wasm, I keep hearing that's often observability.
That's the one, yeah.
While it's apparently dramatically improved, getting those detailed logs or tracing the execution path of a Wasm module, it can still feel a bit like navigating in the dark compared to the rich tooling we have for traditional containers.
Right.
I can just imagine developers maybe pulling their hair out, trying to debug without all their familiar tools. So still a real frontier then.
That's a very real challenge right now. Absolutely. The ecosystem is catching up, but it's not quite there yet. But despite that, The question for you, the listener, is really, when should you really consider using Wasm?
Good question.
Because it truly excels in specific high-impact scenarios. Think about high-frequency serverless functions that absolutely need instant startup times.
Millisecond cold starts.
Exactly. Or those low-latency edge applications we talked about, where every millisecond literally counts. It's also perfect for portable plugins that need to run reliably across diverse platforms. And crucially, for securely executing untrusted third-party code. Scenarios where traditional sandboxing approaches are just too heavy or, frankly, too slow.
Okay, so bringing all this together then, what's the core message here for our listeners?
Yeah.
It seems WebAssembly isn't just some incremental improvement. It's proving itself a genuine game changer, but maybe in specific high-stakes situations. It's optimization where optimization really matters most, offering this lean, mean execution machine without forcing developers to just abandon everything they already know.
Exactly. Well put. And if we kind of zoom out, look at the bigger picture, the ecosystem has undeniably reached an inflection point. This isn't just about cool tech demos anymore. Major infrastructure companies, they aren't just experimenting, they're building core competitive advantages on Wasm.
Right. It's strategic now.
It is. You could say the browser was its proof of concept, the cloud and the edge are swiftly becoming its empire. So the real question, I think, for you, the listener, is how this quiet revolution might empower your next project. What kind of powerful, lightning-fast, and inherently secure applications could you build now, knowing this technology is available and maturing so quickly?
For the latest tech insights, visit em360tech.com.